Back to the phones, Rachel, listening in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hi, Rachel.
Thank you for taking my call.
Pleasure.
I was wondering, I have some coworkers who claim to be Christians and some friends, and yet they go to casinos and gamble. Oklahoma has a lot of casinos. What is your stance on that, and how, from a biblical perspective, can I present it to them?
Well, I think that it's important to realize that we do not want to elevate chance over the sovereignty of God. And sometimes what happens is we try to take things into our own hands and allow luck to be the dominant force, and the Bible doesn't want us to do that. We're called to be good stewards of our resources, and games of chance are not good stewardship. You can think about it maybe in some sense on a very small scale as entertainment, but overall it's not something that Christians ought to be involved in.
Okay, in the passage it talks about, there's a parable in the New Testament, it talks about the three servants were each given some money, so the master left them in charge of that, and talks about their different ways of handling that money, and one of them invests it and gets a return and he's rewarded. So that is not an analogy that therefore approves gambling?
No, because this is the wise investment of one's talent. It is using the gifts that God has given to us as opposed to gambling. Again, gambling glorifies chance. It encourages people to rely on luck rather than the providence of God. It disregards Christian stewardship principles and often attempts to profit at someone else's expense. So overall, it's a practice that appeals to greed and a practice that can be transcendently addictive.
Okay. Are there any biblical verses or chapters that I could use to study it more?
Well, this is what we would call a theological deduction from Scripture. So all of the principles come from Scripture, but they come from a Christian worldview derived out of the pages of Scripture rather than proof texting.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, you got it. Thank you so much for your call. Do remember you can download CRI's Equip app. Just go to equip.org/app. You can listen, learn, share. You can even receive archived editions of the broadcast, read hundreds of articles, and you can give in a safe, secure fashion on CRI's Equip app. Just go to equip.org/app, and you can have the app on your computer or your smartphone.